afraid that's all we have time for.
Welcome. Australia's loving the film. We're loving having you here. You guys have been gate crashing screenings around the country. How fun is it just to play with people's minds like that? I mean, it must blow their minds when you just pop up and go, "Hey, look who's here!" in the middle of the screening.
Oh no, that's the best. That's the best way. You know, if you let them know, then there's that kind of excitement. But like, in Melbourne, the last thing they're expecting, all right, is us to come crashing through the door, and it's just a blast. That's just a real blast.
Do you stick around and watch the film, or you've seen it so many times you don't?
No. Last night I stayed. When we did a thing the other day.
Q&A,
the Q&A. I watched the whole film, and I'm really glad I did. That screening was so terrific. And that audience was so boisterous and laughing with the film and just getting really into it. It did my heart good, I gotta tell you.
Oh, that's good.
Do you guys watch yourselves? Do you pop up in there?
He's his favorite actor.
If I was Samuel L. Jackson, I wouldn't take my eyes off myself.
When he does plays, he wishes he could watch him in the play.
That's why I love this business so much. 'Cause I actually get to do that. If I'm at home, I'm channel surfing, I can't find anything, I can go right to my search machine and go, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah.
Now, this film almost didn't happen when the script was famously leaked. Now, did you guys get involved to convince Mr. Tarantino that he had to make this film?
No. The audience at the reading kind of let him know that we had to do it. Because
we did.
He called me and told me he had written it, and he was sending it to me. He told me he wasn't going to make it. But I wasn't involved in the leak or anything because I didn't have the script. And then a couple of weeks later, he called and said they want to do a reading of it downtown LA, and I want to do a rehearsal for a while. And we were in the room reading it, going through it. And then we did the reading, and we got, I don't know, a 10-minute standing ovation. It was crazy.
For the reading?
Yeah. It was insane. And we were all looking at him like, "You're not going to make this, really?"
You could have just filmed the reading and put that out by the sounds of it.
Which gave us a whole nother idea, but
Could have been a lot warmer.
Kurt, you're fantastic in this film, as is everyone, but you're chained, you're handcuffed to Jennifer Jason Leigh, who's nominated for an Academy Award for this role. Yeah, so what I'm doing for Jason Leigh. If she wins the Oscar, is half that Oscar yours?
At least. But I got to tell you, go ahead.
But considering you're in the Oscar fixing thing.
Yeah.
There's a script. We're all in that,
No, I think Jennifer would say yes to that question.
Is Leo going to get one, finally? Do you reckon?
I don't know.
Leo. Finally, he deserves to get one.
You've gone old school, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean Leonardo. I didn't know you were so into it.
Only girls calling me Leo.
You've gone old school in this movie, and you put an interval in there, which I think's great. I can go to the toilet. But what was the thoughts behind that?
Well, I like them. I think they're really. I mean, if you get the right kind of movie and everything, I think they're really, really cool. And if the right kind of film, you can actually you can use it for dramatic purposes. And I think I do it in this one. I mean, like for instance, one of my favorite intermissions in a movie is in 2001, because that whole first part is almost plotless, and then they introduce a plot, and then the minute plot is introduced, boom! They cut to an intermission, so you go, "Oh wow! Hal can read their lips. Hal knows what they're talking about." And if you do it right, which I think we did it right in this movie, you have the situation where it's like he has his big sequence. Boom, there's an intermission, and hopefully when everyone's taking a whiz in the bathroom, they're all buzzing about, "Wow, can you believe that? Did you see that? What's going to happen next?" And apparently those bathrooms are buzzing.
There's also the entrepreneurial aspect of let's all go to the lobby. Buy ourselves some treats.
There is just so much more to talk about. We will be doing it on the other side of this break. Don't you go anywhere else. Welcome back.
Talk to you about Overboard. It was the first movie I ever recorded off the TV, and I watched it over and over and over as a kid. I just loved it. And I saw a tweet recently. Is it true that you and Goldie got intimate recently with that on in the background? Is that true?
That is true.
I
don't know how you know that. Wow. That's actually true. We hadn't seen it in however long it's been, so we were just getting ready to go to bed, and we just happened to catch it, and that stopped us in our tracks. But I'll tell you what, it was fun to see it again. I hadn't seen it for all those many years, and made us feel good about each other.
Yeah.
So
that's the trick to spice up your relationship, guys.
I got
Put
it.
it
Overboard, yeah. Put a memory in your head.
And overboard.
Kurt, there's a few urban legends about you that I want to put to you. You can confirm or deny these. Is it true, this is fascinating, that Walt Disney's last words were, in fact, Kurt Russell?
No, that's not. No, he wrote my name. He died, and then years later they brought me into his office, which they had kept his office like.
That's years later I brought him back.
Yeah. So they said, now this is his desk, and this is what he was writing, and this was the last thing he wrote, we think. And do you know what that's about? And I said, I have no idea. I'm not responsible for this.
Russell did it! Kurt Russell poisoned the coffee!
Is it true that Princess Diana came and stayed at your house?
That's true.
Yeah. How was it like a B&B situation? How does that
It was kind of like that. Yeah, I met her with Prince Charles at it was a screening of Backdraft, the movie that I did. So they were doing a royal thing, and I was in between the two of them, which was kind of interesting at the time. They weren't really getting along great. But anyway, during the evening, we talked about the paparazzi and the difficulty that she had, going different places and stuff. And so I said, well, if you ever get a chance, come on over to the ranch. We got a good long driveway, and it's hard for the paparazzi to get in there. So maybe you'd like to do that. And Goldie and Fergie knew each other through a friend in Aspen. Anyway, they put it together, and she brought the boys, and they stayed at the house. Yeah, and this is in Colorado, in a ranch.
Yeah, incredible. Now, Mr. Jackson, can I call you Samuel? I don't actually.
Yeah.
I'm a bit intimidated. I don't know what's good. Your relationship with Quentin's obviously been running for a long time, and Pulp Fiction was the breakthrough role, really. Did you know at that moment that you were creating a really significant filmic relationship that would last for a long time?
No. I knew that we had this great connection. I tell you, the really cementing moment was I was in my trailer one day, and I watch Kung Fu movies a lot. And Quentin was walking by, and he heard all this noise coming out of my trailer, and he stuck his head in there and said, what are you watching? No, I was watching Kung Fu. And we had this great conversation about Kung Fu movies and da-da-da-da, and that's when I knew we had bonded in a real, significant way.
Over Kung Fu?
At that point. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I can do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those Asian films have a place in our heart.
Right. Well, Samuel,
Just so...
did
You need a moment?
Yeah. Did the two of you nearly work together on Reservoir Dogs, though, and your audition didn't go too well? Is that true?
No,
story?
it didn't go very well at all. I didn't get the job. He hired some soap actor. Apparently, I was really bad. He hired a soap actor.
There's a lot of argument going online at the moment, I guess, because you guys are out, about what is the best Tarantino film. What would you guys say is the best Tarantino film?
I'm a big fan of Pulp Fiction because I think it kind of established a whole new way of looking at movies from a director's point of view, and I thought that was, for my money, that's the one that will be remembered for me as the sort of, what do you call that sentinel moment of boom.
Right.
That was.
What about you guys?
Well, I can't say it. I love them all.
Yeah, I love them all too, but I have a special place in my heart for Jackie Brown, just because Jackie Brown's about grown-ups at a crossroads making decisions about their lives and doing things. And it was a definite change of pace for him, which let me know that, all right, this dude's got some other kind of writing stuff in him also, and it was a great opportunity and a great experience for us all. Plus, I got to hang out with Bob.
Yeah.
Quentin called me one morning. Quentin called me at like 4 in the morning. I was off. I was in bed, and Quentin called me and said, I need you to work. And I'm like, what? I got to get up and come to work at 4 in the morning. He's like, well, Bob's doing that scene where he talks to you on the phone, and he won't do it with me. He'll only do it with you. So I had to stay on the phone and work with Robert De Niro until like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It was crazy.
Oh, how horrible. Now, we do have to take a break. Stick around. You're watching The Project. So much love coming in for you guys from social media. There's a suggestion, though. Apparently, someone said Quentin should pop up in the bathrooms at intermission and see how the buzz is going there.
Well, unfortunately, when I pop up in the bathroom, the buzz stops.
You're just choosing the wrong bathroom. Now, I've been dying to ask you this question because you, Quentin, must be aware of all the fan theories that go on about your films. Yeah. And one of them, which I reckon may be true, and I need you to confirm, is that all of your films inhabit the same universe, so that all the characters in one film are related to characters in the other, and there's like a coherent universe that you're creating.
No, that's actually that's not 100% correct. There's actually two separate universes. Oh. There's the realer than real universe, all right, and all the characters inhabit that one. But then there's this movie universe. And so From Dusk Till Dawn, Kill Bill, they all take place in this special movie universe. So basically when the characters of Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction, when they go to the movies, Kill Bill is what they go see. Right. From Dusk Till Dawn is what they go see.
It's even deeper than you think. Can you assure us you've got more than 2 movies to go? You famously said 10 movies and you're out. It's 2 to go.
Yeah, well, you know, it takes me about, you know, because I always start from scratch, literally, a blank piece of paper every single solitary time. So it takes me about 3 years to do a movie. So we're talking about 6 years from now. So, yeah, things have changed so much in the last 6 years, I can't even imagine what 6 years from now the media landscape is going to be like. So I think 2's good.
We got 30 seconds left. Kill Bill 3? Is that one of the 2?
Me and Uma have talked about it. It could be a good thing, but I can't confirm it, but that would be a lovely thing.
All right.
Marathon Goddess is going to be here in the studio with us to tell us more about the motivation behind her goal. Jimmy.
Hi, guys. I just met her. Yeah, fantastic. She has some nice titties.